Ryan Schultz here with the 2000 M5. We have Kenan with his 2001 525, and Razvan with a newly added 2000 540 to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something really quite simple that many of you have probably noticed, commented on, and never been able to fix. Let's take a listen. It's really quiet, but I'm sure you can hear it. It's this little fan in here that's responsible for venting out the electronics, navigation, all of this stuff, keeping that cool. This is actually a vent. This is a dummy cover here. Today we're going to take a little bit of this apart, clean the dust out of that, and make that fan pretty much silent. All right, start off by putting your car in second gear. Just get the shifter out of the way. If you've got an automatic, put it in whatever the hell is down there. Open your cup holders about halfway. We're going to notice 2 Phillips head screws in there. Get a screwdriver, we're going to take the cup holders out. Very simple job. Have a magnet on hand maybe to be able to pull those screws out. Just back those Phillips out and we'll remove the cup holders. With the cup holders out, it may take a little bit of wrestling. They're about a 1/10 of a millimeter too tall to fit in here, so just be careful. They're really durable. The E39 cup holders never break. It's a really high quality product. So also, once we get those out of there.
Also, one quick thing, please take note when you're doing this with your cup holders open, mind the bottom of the shift boot here, or I guess the top of the shift boot here. You might have a little bit of trouble if they're getting caught. If that's the case, just get it out a little bit, close them, and then pull the rest of the unit out.
Right, and you can always move the shift boot out of the way.
Right.
So with that done now, this bottom module that's going to hold your heated seat, sport if you've got an M card, DSC, PDC, all of those buttons, this thing comes out quite easily. They're just held in with some metal rivets on each side. So pull that out, get it out of the way for right now. This is a good time to clean in here if you are so inclined. Then you reach up here, and we're going to do the same thing with the climate control system. If I can keep the car from eating my hand. We'll pull that out, and then we need to do a little bit of minor disassembly on that. Okay, with this out, turn it over. We've got a bunch of connections on the back. It will be easiest to disconnect those. Let's see, we have 2 of these. You should be familiar with these. If you want to pull that white tab towards yourself, you have to depress a little tab there and then slide that over, and it will lift out like this, like many other of the connections in this car. Same thing with the black one right here. This one is the most fun. You have to squeeze pretty hard on both sides and then rock it out. And this one over here is actually different on this car versus Kenan's post-facelift 525. So we'll figure that out and let you know. Maybe it's as easy as pulling, and it is. So now we just need to work that out. It takes a little bit of fighting to get the faceplate off here. This entire piece that houses your LCD display and all of the buttons fits over the rest of it. You've got to work this end up. You may want to use little pieces of paper to fit underneath the tabs, and then it slides right off. Note the only digital connectors connecting it is this row of about 10 pins, which will line up right there. So our step right now is going to be to, actually I have yet to remove that cable. I found it easier on Kenan's car to wait until we have it to this stage so you can see this side of it, and then we'll wiggle that out. Once that's done, we just need to pull our circuit board out here. It's not attached to anything except the connectors. So once those are done, we'll slide that out, clean the dust out, and service the fan. With the circuit board out of the fan, as I said before, it just pulls right out. This was the troublesome connector. Wiggle it back and forth long enough and it will come out. Here's our fan. You can see that the fan is pretty well covered in dust, as well as this. Kenan started to work on the cleaning. The fan sits right there. So we're going to clean this entire area as well as we can. Maybe get a knife, put a towel around it, clean in there. Kenan, if you can hold the circuit board for me here, I'll show you how the fan comes off. You grab a hold of it like this and you pull. It's magnetic. And I actually just rinsed this off on his car. So we'll go in, make sure it's totally dry before it goes back on the motor there. But our goal is to just eliminate all of the dust from these different parts. Take a listen now. Completely silent. What are we looking at here? 15 minutes of work. You just slide the circuit board out back on there after you drop the clean fan rotor on. Plug everything back in, snap it into place, and we actually haven't yet, but then replace the 2 screws that hold your cup holders in. So that fan is on, and it's perfectly quiet now. So if that was bothering you, there's a good fix for it. Just as a quick update here, it's April the 10th, 2014. The M5's dirty and a lot of parts are on the way. We have 4 brand new Michelin Pilot Sport All Season 3 tires that are going on shortly. We have wheels in the mail. Kenan 525.
Also very, very dirty.
Very dirty.
Also has stuff that's going to be done.
Been a slow spring. We have things going on with the 525, but it certainly needs a wash. And boom, we have a 2540. Razvan, you want to tell us anything about your new car?
Yeah, it's 2540 with, we don't know if it's M5 rims or not. But
Well, we're pretty certain that they are actually OEM style 65s. They say BMW inside. When I pull one of mine off in a couple days or weeks, I will verify part numbers. It's got 124,000 miles now, I want to say. We've been slowly fixing things, and we will have an introduction on the channel shortly. So I thought we'd throw this quick little end cap in here on this video. There's a lot going on right now with all of these cars, and we'll have a lot of videos on the way. Thanks for watching.